What's good? It's the biggest in the game. Big fights tomorrow. Tyson Fury. Edgar Malanga tomorrow. Edgar Malanga tomorrow. Ciroc, a much finer vodka. Wild cherry Pepsi Fridays. Somebody said Fury is winning tomorrow. They already said it. Let's go. Let's go. Who's going to win tomorrow's fight? I'm all about the undercard, Edgar Malanga. Let's go. You know what this is. Come on. Woo! Shirley Jones, Detroit in the building. Makase, makasa, makamakusa, makase, makasa, makamakusa. Makase, makasa, makamakusa, makase, makasa, makamakusa. Woo! Jesse K, Brooklyn Bay. Kiki Barber, what's good? The Fat Joe Show is back. Executive producer Azariah, Milan, Cartagena. Azariah, Milan, did you know that we would be a year and 5 months later doing the show? Shout out to Dre of Cool and Draco, executive producer as well. He is in the building getting a tour of the new crib. Too blessed. God is too great. And we never stop believing. Puzzle Life. Shout out to the autism family on the check-in. Shout out to Dr. Fasham, my dentist. I went to pick up Dre there today. She was doing this work. And when I get in there, I just get in there. She didn't know I was in there yet. And she was telling him how he hasn't been there to see her in like 10 years. And she was telling him how yesterday's price is not today's price. And I was like, oh, shit, Dre got hit with it. Okay. What's good, y'all? Just getting off the high from Morgan Freeman on the show. And then I did the Nick Cannon show yesterday. He has a new incredible talk show. Happy birthday, my brother Nick Cannon. And while I was there with him, some executives was like, my God, I love it. You have Morgan Freeman on the show. And I was like, yeah. And it was like, how did you get Morgan Freeman? Like, do you know the last time he did an interview? And I had to realize, I knew we were really, really blessed. But I hadn't realized how truly blessed we were because he just doesn't do interviews. And so, shout him out. My sister tonight on BET at 9 o'clock is the Big 50 movie. My sister Remy starred in that thing. She played a Detroit Queen Pin, Delonda. And I'm excited to see my sister's acting debut, like really get into it on the acting tip. So at 9 o'clock, make sure you turn on BET. And so the big show, this thing Squid Games. Who's seen Squid Games? Pretty New, what's up? If you watch Squid Games, put your fire signs in the air if you watch Squid Games on Netflix. If you haven't, you got to get to it. You gotta get to it. Oh. So now, so you seen that Squid Games? Yo, the sick shit. Crown 7-8. the sick shit is like, I be like, when I see something that's so crazy, I said, what made these people think of this shit? This shit is crazy. And so, y'all gotta get to that Squid Games. That's something else. Kyrie Irving. I wish he was my little brother and he would take my advice, because I know to prove a point, he's not going to lose $13 million this year. And a team that don't have one of their 3 stars in 41 games, how do you expect them to gel together and to win a championship? Now, the things with actors, with athletes is there's a shelf life. Once your career is over, either you really intelligent and figure out how to make money, which they are doing. LeBron James has been killing the game. D-Wade has been killing the game. A couple of athletes have been killing the game. Al Harrington with the Viola weed has been killing the game. And so, but Clark Kent, what's up, my brother, the biggest in the game? Shout out to your daughter. I bought some art. Clark Kent's daughter, not because she's his daughter, but it does help, is one of the most gifted artists in the game. So I had to get a piece from my niece, and it's fire. It's on its way. So what I'm saying to you is, Kyrie Irving, one of the 3, the big 3, he won't play because of the vaccine. They want him the vaccine in the Barkley. And once your career is done, you're going to think back to that $13 million that you nonchalantly said you don't need. Do you know what $13 million is? You know, we got people, you know, I remember when I was little, sometimes we had to eat rice with egg. We didn't have no AC. So when I think of shit like that, no matter how good we doing, I cannot turn down $13 million. Now, shout out to my brother, Edgar Malanga, the boxer. You know him well. He's been knocking everybody out. He's 18-0. Now, Edgar, I've been trying to go to the fight. Every first class ticket is sold out. Everybody knows there's a fight, so even the private planes, they doubling up on the price. And I realize I still, and I'm doing incredibly well, but I still haven't got to financial freedom. Financial freedom is when you don't care. You got so much money. Ted Smooth, what's up, my brother? That you got so much money that you don't care. That you can get on anything. You can do whatever you want. Me, I have a problem with somebody double charging me for a private plane. So you got to think going, coming back. I guess I don't have financial freedom yet. And I'm beyond blessed. Shout out to Cash App. We'll be doing some business with them real soon. On the show, there'll be the welcoming Cash App to our family, the Wild Cherry Pepsi Ciroc family. And so we need them and we love them and we welcome them and whoever else wants to get down with the party. And so this is the biggest show in the land. And can't nobody mess with this show. This shit on fire right here. Don't get it. I can't go nowhere with people talking about the show. Y'all know what this is. And it wouldn't be nothing if it wasn't for you guys. You guys have been supporting this forever. Yo, Rich Player to God. Rich Player to God is on the turn. Yo, Rich, are you home? Yo, Rich, boy, got some new gimmick. He just breaks out real quick. I don't know. I turn around, gone. Shh. These people live a life. And so, I'm all about Edgar Malanga. Yo, Rich, try to get Edgar on the show so we can talk about him knocking somebody out. See something. Nah, we still bigging up the whatever, you know what I'm saying? We gotta show love to the people, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Cash App, yeah, we fucking with them. They come to the table with it. 9 o'clock is a late time, especially when I want to see Remy's new joint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got some new shit where people just wave. Hey yo, Rich. Rich, hit up our guest and let him know I just requested him. Yeah, listen, man. My brother Dre of Cool and Dre's here. Dre, you've been through me with a big journey. You've been with me through tough times. Well, you've been through with great times, tough times, great times. How's the new house feeling for you?
Man, I'm proud, man. I'm so proud of you. But number two, you spent a lot of money in these bathrooms.
Yeah. The bathrooms. All marble, everything. Nah, yo, Dre, you know why? Because people don't get it. We only live once, and when we go, nobody is taking this shit with them.
That's right.
And so why am I not supposed to live in the most comfortable, most amazing? Anybody live in this house, they wouldn't want to leave this house. I'm still on my grind every day. My family sees me even less here. Because if I'm not at a meeting, I'm at a Zoom, I'm this and this, I got to get to the bag. And so what I was saying earlier was, man, it's nothing like you turn around and you turn around and they take all your money and you sit in the couch and you hoping somebody could drop $1 off, but they don't drop it off. And Snoop, hold up. Oh shit, Snoop wants in. Snoop wants in. Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Oh, wow.
Snoop wants in. I don't know what Snoop Doggy Dogg want to talk about today, but
crack.
They kill me.
LS Snoopy, what's up?
Orderly, what it do, Joe?
Orderly! Yo, Snoop, what's up, baby?
Hey, I was calling your phone and somebody was like, man, Joe on live, man, stop calling him. I'm like, damn, my bad. I'm
Yo,
sorry.
Snoop, you gotta stop, because they clout chase me now. So when I go on live, they start blowing up the phone so I can be like, yo, Willie, chill. Yo, Johnny, chill. You know, it's a new form of clout chase, man. What's up with you? What you up to, Snoop?
I got an idea. I want to holler at you offline when you get off the air. It's a great viral moment. I'm just gonna give you 3 names: me, you, and Soldier Boy.
Oh, let's do it, man. Let's do it. You know, Snoop, man, you know, anything you ever ask, I'm there 1,000,000%. You never lose. You are the branding king. Nobody is bigger than you and Shaq. Y'all get the most money. You know, the other day I had an argument with somebody. I said, yo, Snoop is the most famous rapper on earth. He said, what do you mean? I said, like, if you got off a plane in Yugoslavia, Russia, Mexico, anywhere, they know LS Snoopy. And somebody was like, nah, what do you think? I'm like, who else, bro? Who's more famous than Snoop Doggy Dogg? It's impossible, man.
That's cool, Joe. You know, we done been to Australia and around the world and Remember that trip we went on in Australia?
Yo, Snoop, man, I felt so bad for your wife because every day, in one corner, first of all, you got a suite a mile long. First thing they told us, you can't smoke in Australia, and the owner of the hotel, whatever, if we was in Renaissance,
the Versace, 7-star
the fucking
Versace
owner walks in with you and says, hey, Snoop, here you go. It passes you the joint in the no smoke zone. I'm like, yo, this guy gets away with anything.
Talk to him,
Yo,
Joe.
Snoop.
Talk to him, Joe.
Yo, Snoop, the Versace mansion out there, Gold Coast. And we in your room. Certain guys are shooting dice in the corner. Certain guys playing $10,000 video games. Certain guys playing cards. And I'm looking at your wife like, and then I said, yo, Snoop, man, we're not bothering your wife. And you said, yo, she been dealing with this shit since fucking doggy style, man.
That's my
It's a
queen. That's
normal
my
life.
backbone, Joe. She's in it to win it. She's been right there with me. That's my queen. That's why I am who I am, because she understands the dynamics of who I am. And that's why she can jump right in the mix and sit there and watch it and be a part of it at the same time.
Listen, my brother, I had Morgan Freeman, the voice of God, on here
What?
today. Morgan Freeman was on here with Joe Crack.
Did you
talking
tape it?
that
You gotta
shit.
tape that and just listen to his voice later, cuz. Let me hear it too.
Yo, this shit crazy. He said yesterday's price, not today's price. I said, God damn,
He didn't say
we got
that, Joe.
Morgan Freeman on it?
Wow. I seen you with Adam Sandler too. And he said the price was the same.
He's
And you was
on
with
it too.
was that Jerry Seinfeld?
Mark Cuban.
Man, you just getting bigger and bigger. Don't stop. The price is gonna keep going up, Joe. When does the price stop?
Yo, Snoop, it ain't never gonna stop. You know that shit. We know what it's like to eat sugar sandwiches and no AC. Shit, wipe your ass with newspaper.
Yeah.
I ain't never gonna stop.
That's
ain't never gonna stop.
Joe, you look good with it too, boy. You look good with it. I was telling somebody. Because I know you.
My barber's so good, they say my shit fake, man. They be like,
No, that shit is cold. Your barber on point. He got you lined up. His shit is on point. Whoever he is, shout out to the barber.
Yo, Snoop, that shit in 3 dimensions. Any way you want to see this shit.
Hey, Joe, but on some real shit, going back to Big Pun, when y'all did that deep cover and y'all called me for the video, and I came through for y'all, that was just a great hip-hop moment. And I just want to speak to the fact that I had so much love for y'all when I heard y'all rapping. Like, them niggas can really get down, and I want to be a part of it. And I'm glad we formed that relationship from that day on.
It's a fucking honor. You know, I was at the BET Awards last week in Atlanta, and I was sitting down with Rhapsody was sitting next to me. You know, she's a real rapper. Right. And I said, yo, Rhapsody, I was telling her about Snoop. I said, yo, you know when Snoop Dogg came out, we had never heard a smooth flow like this. We had never heard no shit like that, the flow like that. And she was like, really? I was like, no, that shit was like a fucking alien. When I first heard Snoop Dogg rapping on them tracks, it was just so smooth. You had such a different vision, a different flow. It was great. Shout out to our young boy, Edgar Malanga fights tomorrow in Vegas. You know, he ready to knock somebody out. Woo! You going to the fights tomorrow, Snoop?
No, I'm gonna go ahead and pay for it so my homies can come over here, because I got a bunch of homies that ain't gonna be able to get in the fight. Them niggas ain't taking that shit. So
you know what I said at the beginning of the show, Snoop?
What?
I said, yo, I thought I had money, but I need to. I still working on financial freedom, because they robbing everybody for the private planes coming out of New York. They charging double, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just throw a fight party in the house.
Thank you.
Cook some shit and represent for my little man.
Thank you.
Who you got in the heavyweight fight tomorrow?
Man, I really want to see Wilder get his shit back together, man, because he took, a beating last time he fought against Fury. So I hopefully, he get his, feet back upon him and do the things that he know how to do.
Yo, Snoop, let me tell you something. That white boy, he got this unorthodox shit where he got a different step. You know, every now and then, when Sweet Pea ran into Chavez beat everybody.
Right, but Sweet Pea danced on it.
Sweet Pea was on some dancing, and it's the craziest shit. This white boy, he got this dance. I don't know if it's the lambada. He got some shit that Wilder can't catch him.
Rhythm. He can't catch up to it. He moving too much.
Being inside commentator.
That's crazy. Yo, let me tell you something, Snoop. The fight ain't the same without you commentating, Snoop. When you fucking commentate, you seen that fight where you won that $2 million on that shit you had, so you threw the whole shit out the window. I don't know if you know. You threw the whole commentating shit out the window. Fuck him up! I got you, fuck y'all! You lost your fucking mind, that motherfucking Long Beach Snoop Dogg came out.
Hey, that was that
$2
$2 million lick, Joe.
No more.
A $2 million lick, nigga. That shit'll make anybody catch the gangster Holy Ghost.
Man, I see you lose your mind. I said, God damn, Snoop going crazy. You really had your money on that shit.
And you do know that. Jake Paul was a hell of a motherfucking investment, I must say that. Shout out to Jake Paul. He did a lot of great things for a motherfucker. You did?
Nah, I like Jake Paul. He's tough. You know, to come from just being like a YouTuber to knocking people out, that shit crazy.
That is crazy. He getting his hustle.
Huh?
The price today is not the price.
Yo, Snoop, you think Kyrie bugging with losing $13 million over the vaccine?
You know what? You gotta believe in what you believe in, and you know, America's crazy. It's tricky. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at all of the history that goes into, you know, vaccines and things that they've done to us, and you got to really understand that he's not just thinking about, you know, the money. He's thinking about his safety, his health, his, you know, what is there a lot of information that goes along with this vaccine? Is it still lab rats going through the system, or is it actually certified and goof proof right now? Because what I've come to find out is that the people that's vaccinated still can get it and still can die. So the vaccination is not a cure.
That's crazy. I took the shit, man. I ain't got no twitching, no nothing.
You good?
I feel good.
Okay, you know, next time I see you, I want to make sure you still got the same beard. I want you to have.
Make sure my eyes ain't yellow yet or no shit.
Yeah, come on, man.
Make sure the aliens ain't come get me. Yo.
Nah, we're gonna figure it out though.
Titty Bonnie, our little girl. You know what I'm saying? Yo, she's great. She's fire, Snoop.
Yo, she on this new record I got coming out next month on Def Jam called Algorithm, November 12th.
Yo, what you doing with Def Jam, Snoop? Because I seen lately, I see you caught another check over there, man. I see something over there.
Yeah, I'm putting together a project right now with a bunch of new artists and then some established artists and then a bunch of legacy artists that's connected to Def Jam. The project is called Algorithm. Shooting a whole little movie piece to it as well so that people can see the artist and the artistry at the same time.
Man, let me tell you something, man, Snoop. I love you, man. You my brother. God bless. You wouldn't know who I got. Hold up, Snoop. Hold up. Hold up, man. Hold up, Snoop. This is crazy. You gonna see who come on here, who I had scheduled. You know, when Snoop pop up and say I want in, he get in.
Dougie Fresh. Dougie motherfucking Fresh.
Yo, Dougie, you see that boy Snoop double G over here?
Come on,
hey,
man.
Look, when I seen him, I knew it was a party. I knew it was a party now.
Hey, yo, Snoop, Lottie Dottie.
I knew it was a party. What's up,
hey, yo, Snoop, tell me about Dougie Fresh real quick before you. Tell me how much you love Dougie and how you found out about Dougie and what's it like? What's the relationship?
Well, the first time I seen Dougie Fresh with my own two eyes was in the Beach Street movie. And we fell in love with him after that. But then we heard him on Lottie Dottie. Then we heard him doing his own thing with his own solo records. And then I got a chance to get into the hip-hop industry, and I met Dougie Fresh because I remade Lottie Dottie as a tribute to him and Slick. And, you know, they get the rights and the permission to do it. And once we became brotherhood, me and Dougie really became real brothers. Like, he became like a real big brother. We would always see each other. We would always perform whenever we was with each other. And it was more about our brotherhood rather than music. And I feel like that's what I love about him is that he accepted me as a brother more than a musician. And at times I needed that more than anything, not just a musical tip, but just to be able to call him and see how he was doing and just to check in with him, see him at certain parties. And he did my 30th anniversary from high school party. And that meant the world to me, man, to graduate and come back 30 years later with somebody that you idolize and them to get on stage and perform and him and Slick, Rick, Dane, it was beautiful, man. So Dougie Fresh, once again, I tell you in your face, I love you more today than I did yesterday.
Always, always, my brother. The feeling is mutual, Snoop. Feeling is mutual, man. And you represent the best of us in hip hop, man. You know, you are a genuine gem in the world of hip hop. And I speak on the behalf of the original generation and the generations after. You know what I mean? You have definitely, your level of integrity and your passion for hip hop has proven to be something that's unimaginable. And like Joe, I loved listening to you and Joe talk. And like Joe said, you know, you represent the banner of hip hop. And the last thing is, you know, the reason why you do is because of your passion. And passion makes money. Money never made passion. See what I'm saying? So we are still here for a reason.
You hear that, Joe?
And I appreciate being on the big.
Nah, that's the biggest show.
Big,
Hey, yo, Snoop, I got a phone call. Shout out my brother, my brother Rob Lowe, right? Rob Lowe called me the other day. I had Eddie Levert.
What?
Right? He said, yo, I got the OG on the phone. He want to talk to you. I get on the phone with him. The man wouldn't stop saying big show. The big. I'm like, yo, Mr. Levert, they smile in your face all the time. They want to take your, he didn't want to hear nothing but big show. Big.
And you can't stop saying it like that. Honestly speaking, yo, Joe, you know I keep it 100 with you. Yo, as soon as you started saying the big, I sit around and I be like,
yo, because Doug, we gotta speak it into existence, man.
Yeah,
definitely did. You definitely did.
And so we gotta talk shit for no reason. People think I'm crazy. I'm sitting down in the dentist today. I'm like, we the biggest in the game. They look crazy. I said, yo, I'm gonna keep saying that shit as long as they keep writing the checks, man.
Manifest.
And you were saying it before they wrote the checks.
Yeah.
Believe that.
Yeah.
Believe that.
Yeah.
And so, yo, Dog.
Yeah.
My brother, you know I love you, man. You know I got a joke with you. Don't smile because you always smiling, Doug. Yo, Doug. You got
tell him the joke.
I had told this story the other day, Snoop. Big U came to my store and he's doing this podcast in New York. Interviewed me, interviewed Remy. And I told him about the time we went to Minister Farrakhan's house.
Oh yeah, well you kept it gangster.
We really squashed that East Coast, West Coast beef.
Yeah, but you kept it gangster too, Joe. You kept it gangster as a motherfucker. That's when I
remember that
with you, cuz on some G shit, my nigga. First of all, you was like, I don't catch no planes. I drove a tour bus here, and I came to get at Wop because I love you. New York supported you. You was on some gangster shit. You won my heart that day.
That was a big day. That was a big day.
But yo, Snoop, you know what's crazy is if we tell the truth and we call a spade, they invited the whole New York, the whole West Coast. All you guys showed up, and from New York, it was only me and Dougie Fresh who was there.
Right.
Nobody else showed up but us, dog.
I know.
Yeah, but y'all represented for New York because Dougie was the OG and you was the young generation, and you spoke from the heart about how you felt about certain scenarios that was going down in that room to create peace. And that's what Farrakhan brought us there for, so we can have a brotherhood conversation and not be distraught by internet or somebody reporting, but us dealing with each other directly, getting that understanding. And we left that room with full understanding.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it got me to be brothers with Mac 10 and the Inglewood family. Shout out OG Muggs. I went out to LA right after that. I shot the movie with him for
Thicker Than Water.
2 months, that Thicker Than Water.
Yeah.
And we've been family ever since, me and Mac 10 and Inglewood. And shout out my homie Wavy. But that meeting, I believe, calmed down the East Coast West beef. And then we start working with each other and everybody be like, yo, you know what? You know, let's bring this shit together.
Yo, but you know what's so crazy? It was important because, see, that's why I say Snoop is an important piece of this puzzle, because he was already on that time. I remember him and Nate Dogg. You remember at Trafalgar Square? That's when we first really linked up and we was all together. And Snoop was calling, yo, Doug, I want you to come out, yo, we got to do this. But it's that genuine, honest love. It's the same way with you. It's like when you came in, it was so honest that it was hard to, you know, like everybody looked at it like, yeah, this is a real situation.
Yeah. You know what? We don't, because it's over. We don't gotta dance around. It was like out of all the West Coast dudes, the dudes I was most disappointed with was Ice Cube, because Ice Cube was like a mentor, somebody we love. I watched him walk around New York and get nothing but love. You know, he made his album in New York. So I was shocked that he was getting involved with when he had Doug C and they was going at New, and I was just like, yo, bro, we fucking love you in New York, bro. Like, you gotta be kidding me. And at this point, Ice Cube was like an OG. So I'm like, you know better than putting us against each other. And then, you know, listen, Ice Cube, living legend. Somebody I admire, I look up to. He's inspired me in many, many ways. But I was a young cat, just bringing it to his attention. Like, yo, we need you to lead the way. I'm just a young cat. I might have had one album out. You know,
but that was a necessary conversation coming from a New York nigga that actually embraced him to let him understand how much New York was with him, because you was right. Because when NWA turned their back on him, he went to New York in the bomb squad, and y'all held him down, and y'all gave him the sound, and y'all took in all his homies, the lynch mob and everybody, and y'all made him feel at home. But at the same time, he wasn't aiming it at y'all. He was just saying that this is how we feel on the West, because the West was never really getting the respect that we deserve based off of the shit that we did. So this was like, it was ignorant for all of us to be on that page, because we did some things too, like with the New York video, but it was a way for us to get attention and to get our respect. And that's the only way we knew how to get it at that time, until we became grown men and knew how to like talk around it, build around it, and work together to get that respect.
And so with age comes wisdom,
right,
knowledge, and it's our job. And I think we're doing a great job.
Right.
I really think we're being transparent to the youth, letting them know you don't need no beef. You know, 50 Cent, my brother, you know, I was beefing with him for a long time, but now he's family. And all we trying to show them is like, yo, look, that ain't the way to go. Try to create peace, because we don't want to just have these young brothers killing each other all the time and fighting over nonsense and shit like that. We want them to become grandfathers and Uncle Snoops and Uncle Joes and Uncle Duggies, and really see their life and get what God got in store for them.
Love it.
Yeah, and you know, the other piece I'd like to add on that is I want to acknowledge Minister Farrakhan, man, because to be at the forefront and making a call like that and bringing everybody together like that, that's a guy I learned from, and he was guiding me directly, you know. And the one thing I walked away with from him is, you know, with great power come great responsibility. Like on your show, his platform, you know what I mean, and Snoop and the impact that he has on the world. He taught us how to really take the power and use it. And the last part is, don't let what we call a hidden hand come in there, manipulate us, and tear each other apart. Because people like controversy. They like to stir up trouble between brothers who really love each other. So they come in the middle. Their agenda is to destroy and control. We can't see it. We're being manipulated, and when everything goes down, our communities are affected more than anybody. So that's why I acknowledge the minister, because he taught me well how to watch and see the hidden hand.
Yeah, you know, love is the key, and we try to show everybody how much we love him. Shout out Kenny Burns down there in the ATL. Love is the key, and we try to show everybody that love is more powerful than anything in the world, and everybody being unified, and everybody helping each other and showing each other, embracing and love, and that's what it's all about. And so I told him, I said, somebody asked me, our brother Nick Cannon got a talk show, and I went yesterday
in Harlem.
New York. Shout out to Erica Ford in Harlem. So he was like, yo, Joe, thank you for coming last minute. I was like, I was down the block eating Coochie Frito, man. You ain't had the ball.
On the east
I'm
side.
down the block, man. I'm like, yo, Nick, I'm down the block eating Coochie Frito. But I told Nick, I said, yo, somebody said, yo, Joe, why is your IG show so successful? I said, well, you know what? For years, unfortunately, our hip hop journalism, they would get us and be like, what's up, OG? What's up, legend? And the minute the mics come on, they'll say some crazy shit that we got the answer, and then that's the headline. Right. The difference with Fat Joe, you know Fat Joe ain't trying to jam you up. All I'm trying to do is bring positivity and uplift our culture. And guess what? In the process, people get to hear, oh shit, I ain't know Fat Joe went at it with Ice Cube, which is years ago. But you get gems. While we talking, people feel comfortable and they know, yo, Joe ain't trying to jam me up. And they tell me shit they never told nobody. And that's why the show's successful.
A Joker moment.
Joker.
Woo! Yo, Snoop, I
What
love
up,
you, my brother, man. Thanks for stopping in with us. I'm gonna interview Dogg a little. He got some stuff he
Hey,
wants to
do
talk
y'all
about.
thing, man. I love both of y'all, man.
I'm gonna call you right after. You said you got something for me.
I got something. It's gonna go big. Dougie, you know I love you, brother. Shout out to Sir Jinx, West Coast pioneer up in here. What up, Jinx? What up, Tony?
West Coast.
Hey man, I'll get with you later, Snoop. We got
love you, Jeff. Send my love. Hey, send my love to the family, Dougie, the kids, man, and my nephews, man. Send my love.
And your son. And your son. Tell my man I said what's good.
You
remember
already
that
know
day?
it.
Remember
Yes,
that
sir.
day? That was nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Love you, Snoop.
Love
you,
y'all,
Snoop.
man. Have a beautiful day. Peace and love.
My brother, thank you so much. Boy, let me tell you something. Yo, Dogg, Snoop Doggy Dogg, man, we can't find a better ambassador for hip-hop. But yo, Dogg, you look amazing, bro.
Oh, thanks, Joe.
Like, when I say amazing, like, you look like, cause we're to get fresh. Yeah. I want this to be something more. Yo, Dogg, man, what's going on?
Man, I love you, Joe.
I know you got a project.
Yeah, man, I do, man. And let me tell you, it's, first of all, man, just like that moment right there, that was a Joker moment. You see what I'm saying? And I think that a new definition for Joker moments for you is that there's a lot of unexpected that happen organically, and it creates that moment. You know what I mean? Because what's the odds of Snoop calling while I'm getting ready to do this with you? What's the odds?
It's the craziest thing. And Snoop, he's done paid tribute to you. He done did, Snoop done did songs, and y'all best of friends.
Oh, man.
How weird was that Snoop was on the line while you was coming on the line?
Bro, it can't get no better than that, man. Cause I perform with Snoop all over, man. I mean, we've done countless events, and he's family. And just to you, man, I just want to say, you know, I have a different outlook of you and your show, because I remember before you even was holding that mic, you know what I mean? And you was in the room, and I seen you go from that to this. So God is truly great. You know what I mean?
You know, Dogg, I know you since I was in the streets.
Right.
And then like, yo, Joe, you gonna rap for real? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna rap. And so it's amazing that we here. But yo, let me ask you something, like real fucking talk. Yo, Dogg, do you do something for your skin? Do you eat certain shit? Like, I wanna know, why you looking 30 years old and you Dougie, like, yo, you gotta be the best looking OG in the game. It's what is you working out? What are you doing, Dogg?
No, man. Hey, Joe, you know what's funny, man? I'm gonna tell you, the only thing that I do is I just try to keep the stress real low, man. I keep the stress real low. I mean, I just feel like, you know, I do the basic things. You know what a lot of people underestimate? Taking a walk. You know that? Taking a walk, not even running, trying to do 9 miles, 10 miles, trying to come back and brag to your friends on how much you did. Just take a walk. I guarantee you it'll shock you how
That's crazy, because I just, where I live now, they walk a lot. Like, I see the neighbors walking like crazy. I be like, is that really like, are they really getting something off with the walking? And Dogg, you saying they are.
Yeah, because it's really better for your mind, you know what I mean? So you moved from the last house. I remember I was at your house before. With
we've been moved from there. We got some even fly shit now, Dogg. Like, yeah, Dogg, you know we don't.
I know.
I'm going to give them till it's over. I'm going to give them hell till it's over. And you know what's crazy is, I seen Reverend Al Sharpton. We were at Biz Marquis's funeral, rest in peace, Biz. And Reverend Al said, yo, you know that car that you love so much? When you die, somebody else gonna drive that shit on the freeway. That house that you think you got, when you die, they gonna sell it. And so what's crazy is, he's right. And so that's even more evident to me, where I say, while you here, whatever's righteous and makes you happy, do it. Enjoy yourself. This is your one life. This is your one chance. you get to do it. Could you tell me about Biz Markie and your relationship with B.I.Z. and how you met? Something nice about Biz.
Well, I don't know if you know this, Joe, because we never really talked about this, but, and I was shocked to see your relationship with him. But Biz, actually, I met Biz in 1982, and we was at a place called Long Island Shirley Arena, and Biz was trying to get his career off the ground, and he was just rapping, and he was on stage, and it wasn't really going the way. You know how when you start to DJ and everything ain't right? So I was on there, it was Lovebug Starsky, the Cold Crush Brothers, and it was me, Barry B. I got on, and that's when he seen me do the beatbox. And then when he seen me do it, I said, yo, man, why don't you, I said, yo, man, you seem pretty good, man. You just should keep on going. You know, the talks we had. Long story short, I gave him my number. So then he said, yo, I want to come to your house. So I had him come into Harlem, and he came to my house. Yo, I came home. He was sitting there talking to my grandmother and my mother. And then he started going to the store for my grandmother. He started being in the house in there eating when I was coming. I'd be like, yo. And then after, I started taking him to Barry and Will House. And then that's when he started coming around me, and he started to learn the beatbox and crowd participation and things like that. And he was practicing DJing from watching Barry B and Chill Will. And then that's when he branched off. That is the beginning of Biz Markie, and we've been tight like this from then till now.
Wow, you know, Biz, rest in peace, Biz. Shout out his wife Tara. They just gave him a block in Long Island. You know, Biz.
And he's on this album. And he's on this album that I made.
Man, that's great. We're gonna get to the album, but listen, let me tell you something. Biz Markie, you know, supported me since I started at the Apollo Theater when I was at Amateur Night at Apollo. He would come to my projects just before, you know, when I was in the streets and hang out with me. And so I seen Biz a couple of years ago. I was already Fat Joe, lean back Fat Joe. And for some reason, I just threw him in the room and I locked him in LA. And I said, yo, Biz, why you fuck with me like that? Why you used to come see me? You know, he was platinum. He was Biz Markie, the biggest in the world. It was like, why you come to my projects and sit with me? And he was like, I knew you was going to be the next one, Joe. I knew you was the one. He said, I seen you grinding. I seen you everywhere. I knew you had what it took. I knew you was going to be. I was like, wow. And so Biz, he had a relationship and a different type of story with everybody. Like everybody has a personal relationship with Biz and a unique story.
Yeah. Biz was what I consider to be the heart of hip hop.
Yes.
And the reason why I call him that is because his energy was unconditional love. You see what I'm saying? Like, there was never no negative. You never heard about Biz getting into any fights and arguments with nobody. Biz was always somebody that came in and made people feel good. And Biz loved to do it because he just wanted to make people happy. You know what I mean? So that's why I could never.
I gotta ask you a question because it's low hanging fruit and it keeps just blinking at me. You heard about this versus Kane KRS-One.
Right.
Who do you got in this versus right here, Doug? Do you got somebody in this versus?
I don't really have nobody in this versus because it's kind of like, it's a very interesting thing. I mean, I got them both because I kind of know them both. KRS-One, when he went on his first tour, he was on my tour. And Kane used to be at my house, and I used to give Kane the training a little of just different little variations and things that he would do, because instead of him just being a good rhymer, I wanted him to be a great entertainer as best as he could be, because Kane's skills as a rhymer is good. But if you ever see Kane's show, he has multiple dimensions to his show.
Dances, they still pick him up.
Right.
They still do the split and they pick him up.
Right.
He got the, you know, it's it's different. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Who do you got?
Because it almost reminds me of the Me and the Ja Rule, to where Joe's, you know, that street hard hip hop, and Ja Rule's like that ladies man, ladies hits, like you know, Kane had the ladies on fire when he was out here.
Right.
So it's a different, it's a great matchup. It's phenomenal. The two of the greatest of all time. But it's one guy's more about that battle rap street, BDP. The other guy's more, he's a smooth operator. So we got to see how this is going to play out.
All I can tell you with Kane, and this is something I got to quote from, don't let the smooth taste fool you. You know what I mean? Because he comes from the art of battle rap. That is his foundation. But the one thing I want to come out of this though, which is bigger than them, which is much bigger than them, and which was, it's like your big show, is that I want to see the acknowledgement for people like KRS-One, for Big Daddy Kane, and for them to, this is the first verses, in a sense, outside of yours, but Ja Rule is not, see, you're like a hybrid of this generation going into that. Kane and KRS-One is the generation before, right?
That golden, that's
right.
That's the golden
right.
years.
Right, so this is equivalent to having Grandmaster Caz against Melly Mel. How you under, or Melly Mel against Kumo D? How do you gauge that? It's impossible. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing. It's going to be an amazing night, and you didn't pick nobody, but you said be careful with Kane, because he's a battle rapper at heart, and he got lyrics. And Kane actually told me he grew up with KRS-One back in the days, and they was friends. That's why he didn't go against KRS-One when KRS-One had the beef with Shannon.
I heard that. I seen that.
You saw that? Kane said that was my man.
In his house.
He's like, yo, when he was mad that we was moving the furniture out of my house, I can't go up against Chris. And and Versus is just so amazing how it gives us this platform to give our flowers to the people who paved the way for us. Tell us about your project, Dougie Fresh. What you got coming out? Because I know this shit fire. You're the greatest entertainer in the world. Hey. Everybody know what's up with Dogg. Let us know.
Hey, look, Joe, I'm telling you, this project here is one that spiritually something made me create it. I'm laying in my bed, sleeping, real conversation. Something said, make a record about Chuck Brown. I said, why? I said, well, Chuck Brown, what is this? So what happened, I woke up, I grabbed a pen, I started writing this song about Chuck Brown. So after I wrote it, I made the music to Chuck Brown. I did the drums, the beat, the percussions. I brought in a bunch of people from DC. Now, the interesting thing is back in the days, you know, where we grew up, we would play the jukeboxes in the game room with the pool rooms. Remember them days? Mm-hmm. So I used to always put a quarter in and play Chuck Brown joint Bustin' Loose. Back to back to back.
I feel like Bustin' Loose.
Right.
Bustin' Loose.
Right. So I didn't even understand this. So moving the story forward, here it is, 85. I'm on fire worldwide, overseas, in America, over in different countries. Run DMC is on the show with me, and Run pulls me to the side and he says, yo, you know who's on this show tonight? He said, Chuck Brown. I said, yeah, I know Chuck Brown. He said, did you ever see Chuck Brown? I said, nah, I never seen him. He said, man, wait until you see this. And Run never does that to me. You know Run. Run don't really react a certain way. So I said, all right. So I sat and I came early to check out Chuck Brown. Joe, it was 20,000 people in this place called Capitol Center. And when the go-go beat hit, the whole place went crazy. It was like being at a hip hop party in the Bronx in like back in '83. You know what I'm saying? Get the visuals.
Everybody everybody wilding. You know that go-go different. That go-go different in DC.
Right.
And you know what used to bug me out, and I don't want to get stabbed, but that DC, that go-go, come on, them ladies, huh? That, you know, huh? Shout out to Cool and Dre. They just did the new single for Wale from DC with J. Cole.
Yeah, Wale, that's my boy.
You know, Dre with his little, yeah, you got that one. You got that DMV area. But let me tell you how them ladies attack that dance floor when that go-go come on. It's a different type of thing.
You know what it's like? It's like, say when you're hearing a lot of the Spanish cats in the Bronx, remember when they be outside playing the percussions, the congas, right. It's some kind of emotional, genetic gene reaction that happens with go-go. So Chuck Brown being the creator of that, and me understanding how it is to be the creator of something, I think it was necessary for me to do that. Now, before he passed, Prince wanted to record my new album because I was touring with Prince from '99 to 2016. So he told me, Dougie, you should do a live album. But he loved go-go and he loved Chuck Brown. So when I put this project together, I said, you know what? I'm gonna make a live album because that's what he wanted me to do. And I'm gonna do this for Chuck Brown because we are super duper tight. And this is the twist. Out of all the things that could have happened, I didn't even know when I wrote it that there was a category opening in the Grammys for go-go.
Wow.
So now in my mind, I'm looking at it like saying, I think that I was lined up to do this. And I called Chuck's family and I said, you know what? And I don't really care about the Grammys like that. I mean, you know how long I've been doing this. But I said this year, it'll be a blessing to take the Grammy home and give it to Chuck's family. You understand? Like, because if he's the creator of something, he should be acknowledged. And a lot of times, Joe, we don't really get the credit, man. You know what I mean? And then we get it when we over or somebody else passed or the history get written wrong. So I just feel like I think
I was telling somebody yesterday, I was doing a documentary for Derek Jeter, the captain, and it's an honor for me to do it. And they told me, yo, how do you feel about him being the first black CEO of a Major League Baseball team? I said, you know what? I'm happy for the captain, and I love the captain, but I don't like the first black in 2021. We've been around 500 years. You're gonna tell me it took this long to be the first of this, the first of that? I don't necessarily like that shit. When it's like, oh, the first black this or the first, I'm like, yo, but what happened? We've been putting it down for too long to be just getting acknowledged 2021.
And Joe, no, not even to stop you, but that's why, and you know how real I keep it with you, man, but that's why this show that you have is so necessary, because we always want someone else to acknowledge us. I don't want them to acknowledge me. I want us to acknowledge each other. We need to acknowledge each other and be happy about what we created. We don't need them to stamp us. Now, if you do, we appreciate it. But if you don't, we okay. Because I tell people this all the time. I like to go where I'm celebrated, not tolerated.
Not tolerated. That's my shit.
Ever.
Stephanie Mills put me onto that line right there. I like
That's
to go
real.
where I'm celebrated, not tolerated. But I'll tell you something, man. You are for unity. I'm for unity too. We for love. But I'll tell you, I don't care whatever restaurant you go to, the Spanish guys in the kitchen, they always gonna take care of Fat Joe. The black guys working there, they always gonna take care of Fat Joe. So it can't be no type of authority. We always get taken care of.
No matter which way, whether you do it from the back of the room or the front of the room, it's going to get done. You know what I mean?
We're gonna be good.
Right.
As long as we got our people that love us, we always gonna be good.
Right.
And so that's something I always had a problem with, where we know we've been getting jerked by the Grammys. I don't want to bash nobody or nothing like that. You know, when 50 Cent had 30 million sold and he lost to like somebody I never heard of. Huh? Carter 3 lost to who?
Lost to guys who
Little Wayne's.
12,000 units, and they did it in their club.
Look, we've been getting jerked forever by the Grammys. This is not a lie, right? And but you know what I said to myself is like, we gotta stop caring about their acknowledgement and celebrate what we do have and emphasize making that great and appreciate what we do have. Not celebrate, not tolerate it. We want to be celebrated what we celebrate. And that's so important because we don't need to get acknowledged by nobody. We already know what it is.
And we're in a position now where if we just do what we do for ourselves, we will always be celebrated by everybody because we are the ones that people pay attention to. You know what I mean? And like you said, nobody's knocking the Grammys. I mean, my man now who's running it, Harvey Mason Jr., and me and him and his father, before I made this album, I was getting ready to do a go-go thing with his father. And we got on the phone and talked about this. So I just think that we got to strategically plan things and get ourselves in positions of power, and then we can make those necessary changes where the ones who are truly creative and the ones who are doing the work are acknowledged for the work. You know what I mean? So this album is called This One's for Chuck Brown. And I did it like that because I'm telling you, Joe, when you hear it, people haven't been able to go out and go to shows like they normally do. For this time of the pandemic or the plandemic, it's been a very difficult time to go out. So I created the experience as if you were coming to see me and if you did get that vibe. You know.
Man, that's gonna be, yo, Dogg, that's gonna be incredible. And who's on the album? Because you said Bismarck's on the album?
Yeah, because this is the twist. When I recorded it, we did a show together. And then on the record, I'm saying, yo, get ready for Biz Markie. Biz jumps on the stage and starts doing the beatbox when I'm doing the show over in Go-Go. And then his mic, he's trying to cut his mic on and he's DJing. So I never thought that Biz would pass. You know what I mean? And maybe it's me, but when I finished the album, I say, get ready for Biz Markie, you know? And when I say that, I know Chuck passed, Little Benny passed, and when I said it, it made me feel like maybe it was something I was supposed to say, and this was his last performance with me, because we were very, very close. Very close.
You know, another thing I wanted to tell you is, especially, no disrespect, but to radio and other outlets, they play a game of ageism, where if you're not young and you're not the newest guy, we don't want to play your shit, even if it's the best shit ever created. And with my show, I made sure that I have the Kodak Blacks, the Little Uzi Verts, the Lottos, and the Morgan Freemans or the Reverend Runs.
Crazy.
We're not playing that shit here.
Nobody does this. Nobody has ever done this. Nobody. You know.
And it's all about the love of the camaraderie, the love of our culture, the love. You know, to us, hip hop is a religion, and the way I was taught from, shout out to Beckhouse, the way I was taught from the forefathers, meaning the Cool Hercs, the Bambatas, the this, it was always about inclusion, no matter what your religion is, no matter what your race is. I used to go to Zulu Nation anniversaries and see more Asians there than blacks and Puerto Ricans. And it always taught me that this thing we got, this culture, is almost like our own separate religion, and we love the culture and hip hop so much that it's always been about inclusion to me. It's always been about inclusion, unity, And that's what I want this show to represent to everybody. That, you know, this is about the legends, the guys coming up, and we got to be very transparent so these kids that's watching, they can learn from us. Because we've been around a long time. Sometimes I've sat down with you, Doug, and asked you for advice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't 40 years old. I remember, and you was in my house in Miami with me, and I started asking you grown-up questions.
Yeah.
Like, yo, Doug,
I remember that day.
Should I keep doing these shows? Should I save? Should I this? Because I knew you already had been through all this.
Right.
And I said, what better advice than to ask Dougie, who's the OG, who tours 200 shows a year. He would know more or less how to tell me how to move about it. And you told me. He was like, yo, pick it all up, baby. Go get it. And yo, Doug, I love you, man. Tell them the name of the album again.
Hey, Joe, thank you for having me on here, man. And I mean this sincerely, genuinely. I am very, very happy for you. I am very proud of you. I love what you represent. I love how you represent your family and you incorporate your family. I love what I see you doing with your son. And I love I love what I see you doing with the family. I love the energy that you vibrating, and continue to keep doing it because the creator will continue to bless you. You got Sean.
You know what, Doug? If I make you, the living legend, proud,
yes, brother,
then I'm happy. I go to sleep happy at night because I know you guys paved the way for me. You guys laid it out for me, and it's up to me to carry on tradition. And that's why the love that you instilled in me and y'all taught me, that's what I try to teach to the youth and the up-and-coming legends, the future legends. Look, this is how we do it. Because a lot of times people like to put us against each other, but don't realize we all really love each other. And
that's right.
We all have an alumni, and we all have camaraderie that can't be broken by no money, no competition, no shit like that. We all love each other, and we here for each other. Shout out to Erica Ford.
That's our girl.
That's our sister.
You know that. But the album is called This One's for Chuck Brown. Salute to the Godfather of Go-Go. And the reason why it's named that is because the Spirit told me to do that, and I wanted him to be acknowledged.
Do you have my man? Let me clear my throat.
Oh, DJ, cool. Well, we got something else with that, but this one here is specifically for the Godfather of Go-Go, Chuck Brown. I got a couple of new things on there too. I got another young brother coming up, Chris H, because you know it's always about breaking artists. Like when Rick was coming up, I brought Rick on. Little Vicious was coming on.
Little Vicious, boy. Little Vicious, my man.
You know, and then our kids, I'm trying to put them on. Then you got Miss Jones, I'm putting her on. Then Biz Markie, putting him on. Puppy used to run with me everywhere. Grab him, put him in pocket. That's what we do, Joe.
Yo, Doug, I love you, my brother, man. Thank you for coming on my show, man. It's an honor.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. You're a legend, icon, the greatest entertainer ever, Dougie Fresh.
Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you.
Damn, man, you got fucking Dougie Fresh on here. Now you know you done made it, man. You don't know who I know. I'm tired of telling you guys. You don't know who I know. Yo, Beckas, put you in? Yo, Beckas, you gotta stop. Where's Tesla? Beckas, I need Tesla. I gotta watch Remy's new movie on BET right now. The Big 50. I'm violating. I'm 7 minutes late. Fleazy Nation, what's up, nephew? Proud of you, bro. Oh, shit, we got... Yo, Ted, it might not be... Yo, Ted, we got Edgar Malanga on the check. Yeah, they don't want to... Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all, Edgar Malanga. Yo, Edgar.
Yo, what up, baby?
Ted, we can't do it tonight. It's too much going on. I love you, Ted Smooth. Listen, Edgar. The champ is here. You out in Vegas. How many wins do you have so far in your career?
17-0, 16 first round knockout.
And the last one, I think you was playing with him. I think you wanted to show everybody you could get some rounds in So I think, you know, you was like, you know, just let me rough him up a little. Shout out Diamond D. You let him rough you up a little. I think, you know, tomorrow, you have a big fight tomorrow. Have you prepared for this guy?
Oh, 100%. You know, like he got 32 wins, 2 losses with 16 knockouts. So he's a veteran. He got a lot of fights. But you know, we prepared all around the boards. You know that.
Yo, let me tell you something, Edgar. You got some fire in them gloves that everybody who think they could take it, once they get hit that, boom, bah, they act different. They're like, oh, shit. And if a guy thinks he's tough and he comes in there at you, he going to get hurt.
It's a different story. Like what Mike Tyson said. He said, everybody got a game plan so they get punched in the face.
Everybody got a game plan so they get punched in their face? Yeah, Edgar, for some reason, I see you slimmer this fight. Was it your intention to be a little slimmer?
Not necessarily slimmer, but more cut up, you know.
More lean.
We took the diet very serious. You know, I had a long camp, 8 weeks. I had my nutritionist come in and live with us 8 weeks. We rented an apartment in St. Thomas, so the right way for camp. And it's going to be like this forever.
Yo, Edgar, let me tell you something, man. The Boricuas, everybody's proud of you. The whole New York City. What's it feel like to be like the prince of the city? Everywhere you go, everybody loves you. Everybody bigs you up. You know, the fight game, you Boricua, but the fight game is for everybody. Everybody loves you, no matter what race or creed. Everybody got love for you, and everybody's just waiting to see you. We all waiting for you to be like the biggest champion in the game. What does that feel like to you? And how doesn't that get you fucked up in the head?
I mean, first of all, you know, I got people like you in my life, man. You know, mentors, big brothers. You know, when we talk, you know, you're always in my head, in my ear, telling me, you know, stay on the right path, keep doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? We're not there yet. We got to get the championship. But, you know, going over on the other side, it's amazing, man. You know, I'm born and raised in New York, born in Brooklyn, raised in Brooklyn, Lower East Side, and for them to just bring me in, the guy, you know, this is the champ, this is the next one, amazing, man. You know, pushing me to work more harder. You know, for December 11th, we got the big fight in the Garden, so I'm looking to, you know, sell it out, man.
You know, you got ESPN. The fight is on tomorrow. At what time at ESPN?
It's gonna be on ESPN2, Fox Sports 1, due to the Deontay Wilder and the Fury fight. So, it's gonna be 6 p.m. Pacific time on ESPN2, Fox Sports 1, and 9 p.m. Eastern time. Same thing, ESPN2, Fox Sports 1.
Let me ask you a question. Do you like anybody in the Tyson Fury Wilder fight? What do you think about that?
I think Fury's gonna come out with the victory. You know, I think he's there mentally, man.
Yeah, he got this shit with him. I mean, he looked like he can't hurt you. He's a tall white dude, but he hit hard, and he got this like unorthodox that Wilder really can't catch him yet. And let's see if he makes the adjustments to where he could catch him, because you know I love Wilder, but you know he gotta switch it up. If he comes with the same Wilder, it's not gonna happen.
It's been crazy. I've been all around the whole situation. It's just been crazy, man. Both teams been going back and forth. You know, earlier during the weigh-in, they started talking about each other's mother and everything, man. They got a little out of hand, but you know, they're gonna square that off in the ring.
Yo, you know they crazy, them two. What is this? The third fight, right? This is a trilogy.
Yeah, the third one. Yeah. So they the main event on pay-per-view, and I'm the main event on ESPN2 and Fox Sports 1.
My brother, I love you. Good luck tomorrow. You tell your father, you tell everybody I love them. We so proud of you. You knock them out, bro. Knock them out.
I was telling Rich, man, I'm hurt that you're not coming, you know, and I already know why, but I know
nobody loves you more than me, but they trying to jerk me and charge me 2 times for the private plane.
I know.
They trying to overcharge me, man. And I'm just like, they know it's Edgar Malanga, Fat Joe want to come. And so they trying, and man, we gonna go hard for you, man. Trust me. I love
sent
you,
Rich
my
that
brother.
video. Put that up on the page.
All right, my brother. I love you, man.
I love you more.
All right, Edgar.
Love.
Wow. That's Edgar Malanga. If you don't know him, get used to him. The man is focused. The man doesn't drink. The man won't smoke. The man jogs every day. If he goes to a club, he might jog home. You talking to the wrong guy. This guy has fireworks in his gloves. He knocked out 17 people, 16 people first round. Knocks him through the ropes. This guy got that gasoline. And so you think it ain't real till you get in the ring and he knocks your equilibrium off. And let me tell you something. I love both fighters. I'm going to go Wilder. I'm going to say, because of COVID and it's been a while, I'm going to say Wilder had more than enough time to adjust to Fury, watching the fights, watching the film. I'm going Wilder. And I happen to love Tyson Fury. Be clear, I am a fan of Tyson Fury, but it's going to be explosive. Just before the pay-per-view, you go to ESPN2 around 8:30, and you're going to see my brother, the one and only Edgar Malanga, knocking people out. Prestige Jewelers, Uncut Gems, in the building, out there in Vegas, betting already. Peace, y'all. It's the biggest in the game. Hold up. Let your darkest moments bring your most clarity. If you go through something in a relationship, financially, whatever it may be, and the people who act like they're your friends and they're supposed to be in your corner are nowhere to be found, those aren't your people. Wild cherry Pepsi, Sriracha, much finer vodka, and always put God first in good times and bad times. Just know, if you ever needed a miracle, you went on your knees every day and you prayed and the man showed up for you, don't forget him while you're smiling and you have a good time. God is the greatest. I had a man grab me the other day and tell me in the airport, I was in Atlanta, he said, hey, I got something to tell you. God is here for you. God got it. I said, bro, you talking to the wrong guy. You talking to the wrong guy. I'm already a ghetto preacher. You don't got to tell me. So, you know, the difference between me and the guys in the church every day is they're preaching to the converted. I preach to the guys that might need that one influence, that one thing to take them into the good side. You talking to the wrong guy. I've been anointed. Trust me. Peace, y'all. It's the biggest in the game. Erica Ford, AB, I love you, brother. Sean Peckas, peace. Yo, Trey,